Hello, and welcome to the University of Washington School of Music. Thank you for your interest in the UW School of Music and for joining me in this virtual information session for prospective undergraduate students. In this session, I'll go over all of the many different opportunities we have to offer you, whether you'd like to be a music major or not. So let's get started. Okay, so just some quick facts about the UW School of Music. If you've ever been able to visit the University of Washington campus before, you already know that the UW is a big school. We are a large R1 research university. We have a big, beautiful campus right in Seattle, which is great because there are so many opportunities and things to explore for all UW students. One of my favorite things about the School of Music, however, is our size. We're one of the smaller schools on campus with only about 300 to 350 music majors total, and that includes both undergraduate and graduate students. So it can be really nice, especially for brand new students coming to the University of Washington. If you decide to get involved in music, you already have kind of a smaller, more intimate community already made for you within the larger UW community. So when you come into the music building, you'll get to know the faculty and staff really well. You'll get to know your fellow students really well. And our students get a lot of personal attention from our faculty since we don't have very large classes most of the time. If you are interested in majoring in music, we have not just one, but around 16 different undergraduate degrees you can pursue, which I'll talk about in a second. We have over 25 performing ensembles at the School of Music. And for those students who audition to be a music major during our winter auditions, you'll be automatically considered for merit-based music scholarships. And we award around $500,000 in those scholarships each year. All right, so for those of you interested in majoring in music, you can see here there's a couple different ways you can do this. So at the UW School of Music, we have two main types of undergraduate degrees. We have the Bachelor of Music, the BM, and the Bachelor of Arts, BA. Now, the main difference between these types of degrees, these two types of degrees, is how many of your total degree credits will be music courses. So say you would like to come to the UW, you know for sure that you want to major in music, you really would like that to be your primary focus, maybe you want music to be your career after graduation. The Bachelor of Music could be a great degree for you because most of your classes, over half of them, will be music courses. You'll also take private lessons all 4 years of your time at UW. If, on the other hand, maybe you are not yet sure what you want to major in, or you would like to major in music, but you are also very passionate about another area of study, say environmental science or English or something like that, and you're interested in double majoring, the Bachelor of Arts can be a good fit because with this degree, half of all of your degree credits actually are required to be non-music classes. So it's sort of more of a broader liberal arts degree. There's a little bit more flexibility to explore other areas of the university. All that being said, neither degree is better than the other. They are both great degrees. It all just depends on what your own personal goals are, which one you choose. And another thing to note is you don't have to know exactly which degree you're going to pursue right at the beginning of your time at the university, because almost all of our degrees start in exactly the same way for the first couple of years with what we call our music core classes, which include things like music theory, ear training, music history, that kind of thing. So you can go ahead and start as a music major, either as a BM or BA, and move through your core classes. And as you go along, if you need to change, if you would like to change from a BA to a BM or vice versa, our advisors and faculty can sort of help you work through that and find what the best fit for you is. Okay. All right, so aside from sort of our nice smaller size within the large UW community, probably the best thing about the UW School of Music is our faculty. So we have a group of wonderful, talented, impressive working musical artists at the UW School of Music But even more than that, they are just really wonderful people who care deeply about their students. And they will act as mentors for you, of course, while you're at the UW, but even after you graduate. And again, because we don't have an enormous amount of music majors, our students get a lot of personal attention from our faculty. So just a couple of examples. If you've ever been able to attend a Seattle Symphony concert, for example, a lot of the principal wind players in the Seattle Symphony are on our faculty. For our faculty who are working in other areas such as jazz, voice, all of our faculty are active artists who, they record albums, they tour, they're out there doing it, making music. So they're really great mentors and leaders for our students who would like to pursue that kind of career after graduation. Many of our faculty have won Grammys in areas such as music history, ethnomusicology, music theory, music education. Our faculty are very prominent scholars and authors who have published some really innovative work. So overall, a really wonderful group of faculty at the UW School of Music. All right, so maybe you're thinking about coming to the University of Washington, and perhaps maybe you don't know quite yet what you'd like to major in, or you know for sure that you don't want to major in music, but you'd still like music to be part of your college experience. The UW is a great place for you because our non-majors can do a lot of the things that music majors can do, even without being music major. So you might remember from the first slide that I said we only have between around 300 and 350 music majors, but we have over 25 performing ensembles. And there's no way we could fill all of our ensembles just with music majors. So we really value and rely on non-majors at the University of Washington to participate in our ensembles. All of our ensembles are open to non-majors. Some require auditions and some don't, but we really love it when any student at the university wants to play in an ensemble or sing with us. Another cool thing that non-majors can do is audition to take private lessons with the faculty I was just talking about. So, even if you are majoring in, say, computer science or something, but you play the clarinet and would like to take clarinet lessons with our faculty, you can audition to do that. And the third sort of main highlight for our non-music majors is we have a very flexible music minor. You don't have to audition or apply to declare the music minor. You first just have to have a declared major, and then you just need to tell your major advisor that you're declaring the music minor, and that's how you declare it. So that's easy. And aside from a few course requirements and guidelines we give you for the minor, pretty much anything you're interested that's music related. So if you play in an ensemble or take private lessons, all of those credits can count towards the music minor. So it's very flexible and really doable to add with most majors at the UW. All right, so just a couple highlights for all of our students, both music majors and non-majors. In addition to our wonderful School of Music faculty, we have a very thriving guest artist program at the UW. So during the school year, we have artists from all over the world coming and performing concerts. Some of them will hold master classes with our music students. Some of them will even take up residency for an entire quarter and teach courses for our students. So our music students really get to meet and experience artists from all over the world, which is really exciting and valuable. For those of you who maybe already live near Seattle, you already know this, but Seattle is just a great place to be if you like music of any kind. So our UW campus is a very short light rail or bus ride to downtown Seattle. So there's easy access to organizations like the Seattle Symphony and Seattle Opera, but any type of music you like, you can find it in Seattle, and it's pretty easy to get downtown to see some cool concerts. If you're just looking to see some music on campus after class, you can do that very easily at the UW. So again, during the academic year, We have well over 100 on-campus performances each year by students, faculty, and guest artists. A lot of these concerts are free and open to the public, but if there is a concert you'd like to attend that is not free, UW students often get pretty good ticket discounts. So you can always find music to listen to at the UW. And then just a couple of resources I like to point out that aren't necessarily music specific, but I like to make sure everyone knows about them. Use of certain resources at the UW, such as the Career and Internship Center and the Study Abroad Office. So the Career and Internship Center is wonderful because we have a whole staff at the university dedicated just to helping you sort of think about and plan and take action in starting your careers after you graduate. So you don't even have to be a senior at the UW about to graduate and go on the job market to use the Career Center. You could be a freshman and maybe you're interested in a summer internship or something like that. The Career Center can help you with everything from finding positions to helping you with your written materials like your resume, cover letter, and they'll even hold mock interviews with you. So you can really kind of go through the whole process of looking for a job or an internship kind of in a practice scenario before actually going on the market, which is very helpful. And then the study abroad office is really great because, again, we have a whole set of staff at the university dedicated just to helping students study abroad. And at the university, you can do this in a lot of different ways. So we offer a variety of different study abroad programs that vary in length. So some of them only last for, a couple weeks or maybe 4 weeks, and some might last a whole quarter or maybe even a whole school year. So the study abroad office is available to help you work with kind of your own goals as well as your faculty and your major advisors to find a program that could fit for you. Okay, so if I have any transfer students watching this, just some information for you. If you are interested in majoring in music, we usually recommend that the sooner you can transfer to the UW, the better, though this does sort of depend on which music degree you're most interested in. So if you're more interested in the Bachelor of Music degree, this is when we recommend that you transfer as soon as possible because most of our BM degrees require 3 to 4 years of courses like private lessons and ensembles, which we often require be taken at the university. If, however, you're more interested in one of our BA degrees, sometimes that can be a little bit easier to fit with the traditional sort of transfer trajectory of 2 years at your current college and then 2 years at the university. But we usually recommend if you are a transfer student, just get in touch with us and we can talk about your individual situation with you. In terms of transfer credits, general education credits usually transfer pretty easily to the university. If you have taken music courses at your current college, know that the School of Music does not automatically accept music transfer credits or direct transfer agreements in music. But if you've taken courses like music theory, ear training, music history, piano, that kind of thing, we do offer placement tests and faculty evaluations so we can make sure we place you in the right spot at the UW. So you won't have to do all of that all over again. Okay, and then if I have any current UW students watching, if you are a current UW student hoping to start a music major, your first step is to complete an audition. And for current UW students, you can audition either during our main winter auditions, or we do have a special audition day every September just for current UW students, which you can read about more on our website. If you're looking for some courses to take before you're a declared music major, I always recommend checking out Music 120 or maybe even group piano lessons because both classes are usually required for most of our degrees and are things you can sort of get started on. But again, if you have questions about your individual situation or what classes you should be taking, you can always just email us. All right, so If you would like to become a UW music major, there are really just two main things you have to do. The first is submit the General University of Washington application that all UW applicants submit, and this is called the coalition application. Then after you've submitted your coalition application, you will then complete an audition for the School of Music. So those are the two main steps. So dates to be aware of. For those students auditioning, or excuse me, applying as new freshmen, know that the coalition application deadline is always November 15th. So make sure you submit that application by then. If you're a transfer or post-bac applicant, your application deadline technically is not until February 15th. However, the School of Music prefers that students submit their applications before auditioning. And because our auditions happen in January and February, we recommend that transfer and post-bac applicants try and submit their applications a bit sooner, say in December or early January, just so you have that finished before your audition. As I mentioned earlier, the School of Music does offer merit-based music scholarships. However, I do recommend that everyone fills out FAFSA in addition to that, because filling out FAFSA really gives you the most complete picture of the different kinds of financial aid you might be eligible for. So the university's priority deadline for FAFSA every year is January 15th. And then even though we will be planning to hold in-person auditions again this coming winter 2022, for those students who live far away or are not able to travel to Seattle for a live audition, we do accept video auditions, and those are due January 31st every year. All right, so now everyone's favorite part, the audition itself. So just an overview of what the process looks like, and just to kind of give you the inside scoop to sort of help you prepare for your audition. The very first thing you're going to want to do for any school you're applying to is to check out the audition repertoire requirements on the school's website. So you can go on the UW School of Music website and find those audition repertoire requirements and see exactly what our faculty would like you to prepare for your audition, so you can go ahead and get practicing on that. So once you've taken a look at that, say you've already submitted your coalition application by November 15th. So you don't have to have heard back about your coalition application. In fact, you won't hear back about it very quickly before you sign up for an audition. So you just have to hit submit on your coalition application by November 15th. And then the second you hit submit on that, you can go straight to our School of Music website listed here and sign up for an audition. If you have questions about the audition repertoire or the studio you're interested in joining, it's okay for you to email our School of Music faculty with questions like that. So on our School of Music website, we have all of our faculty's contact information listed. You're welcome to contact them with questions about the audition. You're also welcome to ask them if they are available for a trial lesson before the audition. Some of our faculty are able to offer this and some aren't. It's totally up to each individual faculty member. So if you ask for a trial lesson and are not able to receive one, don't worry, it doesn't mean anything. It's not that they don't like you or you did something wrong. It's just that they're not able to offer trial lessons. But it's okay to ask and see if that's a possibility. All right, so on the audition day itself, just a couple tips to try and help you feel a little bit more relaxed. If possible, arrive early for your audition so you have plenty of time to sign in. I'll be at the check-in table to help you and give you directions to practice rooms in your audition room. You want to make sure you have time to warm up and arrive a few minutes early to your audition room. And then the faculty will invite you in and just do your best. So I know that's often easier said than done in a stressful situation like an audition, but just know that the faculty they're on your side and they want you to do well. And if you can just take a deep breath, try and relax, play the best that you can. If you mess up, try not to panic. Just take a quick breath, keep going from where you left off. You'll be fine. And know that sometimes the faculty like to spend a little bit of your audition time just chatting with you and getting to know you a little bit as a person. So if you have some questions for the faculty and you have time in your audition to ask them, feel free to do so. And just a side note, if you are not interested in majoring in music, but are interested in joining an ensemble, just know that you don't have to worry about ensemble auditions or non major private lesson auditions until you've already been accepted to the UW and have enrolled. So these auditions take place in September once you're already a UW student. These auditions that I'm describing that happen in January and February are just for those students who would like to be considered for a music major. Okay, so that marks the end of this information session. If you have further questions, you can feel free to send an email to somadamit@uw.edu, and we will be happy to answer those questions for you. So thank you for joining me today and for your interest in the UW School of Music, and we hope to see you on campus soon. Thank you.